Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another all-in Nydus playoff match. This week, we are up against dLife in the quarter-final of the playoff. This is the week number 1 of playoffs of the potential semifinal and final match 2 weeks ahead of us. Very excited to play against dLife. If you remember, the last time we played against them, we had quite a nail-biter. We'll talk more about that in a minute, but first of all, Snap is casting with me. Thanks for being with me, Snap.
Hello.
So, yeah, we had a really epic match the last time we played with Swagger barely beating Lunith in map number 7 for the ace match. It was very cool. And this week, I'm very excited
to play them again. In fact, last year, I believe it was dLife who beat us in the playoffs as well for all-in-Nydus. So we've got quite a history.
Yeah, it'll be a nice little match too. It'll be a familiar match, and that's always fun.
Yeah, they've got some players who have been around the league for quite a long time, namely Lunith, a few other players that have just been around them for a really long time, played on these maps a lot of times. So, going to be exciting to see those Masters matches. But first, we got the Diamond ones, of course, and very excited to have Potato Pleb starting for us this week.
Potato Pleb has been he's done well so far throughout the season. I believe he is 2-2, which is not bad. Last week was a bit of a hit for everybody except for last. Last kind of got 3 kills, but that was kind of awesome. But yeah, Potato Pleb's been doing pretty well throughout the season, so I'm ready to. Starting in the bottom right-hand corner, the green Terran, representing Alpha X, it's Potato Pleb.
And the top, representing dLife Esports, it is Kale. Was it a little bit choppy for you, or looks like it's hair laggy.
Just a hair.
Seems to be a bit choppy. Hopefully that clears up. Not sure where Kale is from. A lot of dLife players are from not South America, Pacific regions. So we've got some pretty long distances here. Hopefully we have good internet connection. Especially Lunith is, I believe, an Australian player. So we'll see how that pans out. But right now we've got a TVZ on Lotus. And what are your thoughts on Lotus Snap?
I think it's aesthetically very pleasing. I really like it. It's been a long time in the ladder since we've had a map like this, where it's cut vertically across the map. But shucks. I think it's kind of a short rush distance if you can take out the gold marbles. And yeah, might be a more cheesy.
Yeah, there also is of course, the temptation to take the thirds for some quick money, but they are very harassable and out in the open. So we'll see if players do choose to go that way. But I think it's got a potential to be, of course, the rush distances are a bit shorter, so could see some cheese. But additionally, once that early stage of the game is passed, I think it got a good opportunity for longer macro games with 4 or 5 bases. Sort of the way that people will naturally expand across the map can have some long battles. We'll see this game, what happens. Right now, Potato Pleb coming in with a Reaper, not getting much of a scout yet. There are 4 lings here, and actually a surround almost catches that Reaper off guard. He's able to pull it away. It's going to get in here for a scout.
I wonder if he sees that, first of all, that Kale has continued to mine gas, whereas the standard Zerg thing is to take off of gas after the 100 for link speed. I wonder if he's noticed that. Yeah, I think he scanned just to see that. in the base of Kale. I wonder if that's going to trip up his build, because he might be worried about an all-in that may or may not be coming. Kale just doesn't like to take off gas.
Yeah, Potato Pleb also has SCV patrolling into third base to see when that third's going to go down. Like that move a lot from Potato Pleb. Kale sending some lings across the map. There's not much here. There's going to be 4 Marines, actually a bunker going down. He is prepared for that roach timing.
So, Kale's has a roach wiring finishing up now. They placed it after the scan finished up? Oh, why did you go to the depot? Oh, the depot was down. But they didn't come in. But Potato can see that there's no third for Kale. And the lings that are supposed to clear the SCV at the third base came across the map first. So this should be very telling of a 2-base build. And the roach wiring and the fast layer, those tell me that it's a 2-base kind of build.
Yeah, Baneliness going down as well now too, as well as Lair about to finish. Potato Pleb, interestingly, I thought he was going to go for a tank, but he's building 2 medevacs right now. Maybe showing that he wants to be aggressive and put on some pressure, which can work out very well if he times that correctly. But he's got to be careful that he has enough to defend this push here with no tank. That could be difficult.
Yeah. He needs to correctly identify that it's roach pressures, and the 2-on-1 is not great. He's switching the reactor back into the factory. He can't see the third. I don't think he's going to be...
Oh man, this is very choppy for me.
Drops. Oh no, and there's a hole in the wall. 2 depots corner to corner are not a hole in the wall, or not a wall. Potato Pleb. You gotta get an SCV on the bud.
Stim is going to be done by the time the next attack comes in. He does have a pretty healthy group of Marines. Yeah, now we have full walls going to be up. Widow Mines are going to pop out very soon as well, so they can get to the front line quickly enough to...
If they get the Banes, then that's GG. But he has to get the Banes before they hit the depots, and right now that's not. And he's going to get 3 depots guaranteed with those Banes.
The thing though, Potato Pleb dropping his bio in the main. It's going to be a big group of bios coming in here, and Kale has not yet pulled the trigger.
Oh man, and he's targeting the roach wearing. That is so smart. Now all he has to do is defend this rush, defend the units that are at his base now, and then the rush is dead.
Kale
Rush is already
back. This is not a good decision. Basically, all the
spawning
momentum that he built into this game, in terms of trying to go for a two-base attack, is now gone. Potato Pleb got him insane amount of damage, and then he had to wait for his army to walk all the way back.
Yeah, just completely reset the tech structure, with the exception of killing the layer. So he's already got his Hydrogen finishing up. The Hydrogen alone is not enough. You need supporting. So you need more than the 7 roaches, or the 12 roaches that Kale has to support those Hydras. Plus, Hydras without any upgrades are trash too. You need speed and range.
Yeah, now Potato Pleb also is up in workers by a few. Upgrades are finished, has enough Widow Mines at the natural to defend, and he's got some medevacs out on the map as well.
The armory finishing up. Hopefully he remembers to start 2-2 pretty soon. Just Hydras on production for Kale, so they're kind of committed to an attack right now. The Widow Mines are not here to defend, so he's going to recall everything to the main. He gets out of there before the SCVs get blown up by the Banes. That's really I don't know if that was lack of decisiveness on the part of Kale, or if that was just really quick reaction from
This is a disaster though. Kale just lost so much supply. Those two tanks were waiting at the top and sieged up. He may take some damage to the natural, but that was actually a brilliant tactical position. Pulled all the way back and then just absolutely murdered Kale's army with the tanks.
Yeah, that was
Didn't
crazy.
lose
And then
anything really, except a couple of decoys.
yeah, and then on the other side of the map, kills an entire drone line and the third hatchery of Kale. I think Kale's pretty close to out of this game. Potato Pleb just kind of beat them in, like, try to bop them every way. The big tech snipe, that was dirty. Kale dropping all the spines, trying to spend the money right now, but they're never gonna finish. GG.
Well, that small group of Marines micro in the game. Nice micro as well for Potato. And there's a ton of upgrade pipe just popping right now. Yeah, subtly, really good decision making from Potato Pleb that game. I like the thought process behind, okay, you see a rush is coming, instead of just go straight for tanks, which would probably have defended, he goes for something that gives him an opportunity to actually put pressure on his opponent, not just defend. Now, it was risky. I think that on the flip side of that, Kale, what he absolutely should have done is just pulled the trigger on the rush anyway and tried to make it a base trade scenario. I don't know, there's different ways to look at it, because sending back did save him saved him a lot of drones, but I think then you give Potato such a huge lead by going back.
You really do, and that was kind of like a really tough call to make, right? Like, you have to have enough experience to know that, like, oh shit, this is like, I gotta go now type of situation, and you don't realize that.
Yeah, it just comes from more experience.
Really good job by Potato Club. I think he was very lucky that his drop hit before Kale's attack hit his front. I think if Kale had committed to the attack, the game would have been a lot more. If Kale committed to the attack but pulled all the drones to the natural and used the rallying eggs to defend the drop, then I think he could have held. I think holding there would be a very big deal for the remainder of the game. But instead, he kind of just pulled everything back, lost all of his tech, and then as soon as he got there, the drop flew away.
Yeah, I'd have to look at that game again to see, in terms of when it seemed like Potato Pleb really committed everything he had to that drop. There wasn't much at home.
There was not. There was maybe 2 Widow Mines. That was it.
Yeah.
And they're not upgraded, so as soon as they shoot their shot, they're dead. So
all right, Iced is rounding up the next diamond. Oh, looks like he is here. Echo is going to play.
all right.
And he is a Diamond 1 with a 4.2k MMR, so quite strong.
Nice.
Potato Pleb is 4k. What's the next ladder map? Is it Jaganatha? I forget.
What do you mean the next ladder map?
I think the map that became a ladder map, I guess, is what he's saying.
Like next season?
I forget. I honestly forget.
Was it next season's map pool is going to be Triton? Triton sounds right. Do we play Triton? No.
I don't think we do.
No, that might have been last season.
Yeah, Triton was wow, I'm totally blanking. I feel like Triton was last season. Was the snow map? See, Lotus Extraction, Tessellation, Metron, Jaganatha, Monument, Crystallizer. Yeah, I think Triton was in the map pool with Cyber Forest in those maps. So, we'll wait for that.
I don't think they are. I think maybe last season. Okay, well. So,
It's funny, I can't check the ladder maps when I'm not the leader of the party. That's weird.
I can. Oh, yeah, because you're not. Well, you can't queue for 1v1, but. Yeah. I think Acropolis might have been another one, but.
You know, I could just check Discord announcements on the All in TheNydus Discord. I'll just do that.
Yeah. There's. Nah, definitely. Jaganatha it is.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to be back 1 second.
Alright, sure. Alright, we'll see Mr. Echo. Who he is. Zerg, that's right. There's going to be another TVZ for Potato Club. Excited to see what he brings out.
Alright, I'm back. Alright, let's do it. Let's go Potato Club. Potato Club. Potato Club.
Man, really hope that it stops stuttering in the game. That's really annoying. Alright.
What particular thing is stuttering? The stream altogether or like audio?
It's at least the game is for me. Not sure if it was for you. We'll see. Looks better so far. Alright, in the bottom corner of Jaganatha of game number 2 of the quarterfinal match. It is the Green Terran Potato Pleb.
And in the top right hand corner, representing dLife as the orange Zerg in this quarterfinal match, it is Echo! Yeah. Ooh,
Man, this color looks sharp on Zerg.
yeah, I love orange. I love purple and I love orange. But like the color intensity has to be cranked up.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Don't they kind of seem like they wash the colors out a little bit on like broadcasts? Like BlizzCon.
I don't know. I'd have to watch it again to see, but I didn't notice any of that.
It's probably just because they have nicer monitors than I do, and my monitor's just, I guess, worse in terms of colors. But
maybe it's like color saturated or some shit.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
So we got SCV moving across the map just to scout. Normal everything so far. Looks like a command center before orbital. That's interesting. And a second refiner for orbital? No, there's the orbital. That's nice. That's a very fast command center. I think that's like 5 or 10 seconds faster than usual.
Yeah, and Potato Pleb going through Marine as well. I like this a lot.
He canceled it! He canceled it.
What?
And he starts a depot on the high ground and he cancels something else. He cancels another depot.
Wings coming.
Oh my goodness gracious. Did not even see that it was
I guess only
cheesy build over.
6 though. Speed's fast.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. This is actually a very rushy build. So, instant reaction of Potato Pleb. Man, I was not even paying attention to the Zerg was doing. Yeah, the Zerg's pulled out of gas and everything. This is straight up. Let's. Oh, he double expands behind us? Okay, so it's 6
mind
lings.
games.
It's 6 lings into 10 million drones. I love it. Let's go. That's a cool build. Gets the cancel out of Potato Pleb, gets the bunker on the high ground. No command center yet. Another barracks in a factory. He is concerned about this. There's the command center. Man, is it late.
There's gonna be 2 racks and a factory out for a minute. So I wonder if Potato Pleb's gonna be able to put on some pressure.
He might. There's the starport. Oh man, do you think he's gonna do a 2-1-1 behind this? No way. Don't do it.
Kinda looks
That's-
like it.
It really does. There's Stim. There's him. And it's 2. Alright. That's okay. Not terrible. Maybe he... I think if Zerg had only singles expanded and then took a third at a later time, maybe a 2-1-1 would work. But the Zerg took the third fucking quick as fuck too. So creep's gonna be spread. There's gonna be the 45, 55-ish drones that you want against the 2-1-1 well before the 2-1 actually gets there. So I think it's just gonna be lings before. I think Zerg's just gonna be on lings before Potato Pleb gets there, and will probably defend really well.
Echo's gonna come in with his Overlord from the top as well, and
You're
most
engaging the
likely
opponent.
get a full
Time
stack.
to raise your APM.
Yeah, Overlord's speed is finishing in 10 seconds, but he sees the reactor starport, and if he's looking right now, he's gonna see the medevacs pop.
Evolution
And
complete.
yeah, he sees it.
So old
So.
school.
There is the 2-1-1 has been scattered, and it's just lings now. 14 lings already.
Potato is gonna go in for a drop here. So this was very thoroughly scouted.
Yeah.
There are quite a number of. I mean, look at this vision from Echo. He is playing
Yeah.
very well right now.
If Potato's gonna get across the map, he has to go through a minefield to do it. He's gonna drop under overlords and start clearing them. The buildings are right here. Get to kill a overlord.
I mean, at least
Well, actually,
he gets some damage here.
yeah, he clears the creep between the natural and the third, which is actually really important creep, but it's gonna be respread instantly. Yeah, nice job. Keep that.
Yeah, popping some overlords, which is nice.
Yeah. He's got a target fire and then lit. Oh, you gotta move medevac. Oh. Alright. So behind this, we see that Zerg has started +1 melee. Bane just 5 overlords. Feel like they're going to drone up really hard and then hit that Zergling Hydra. As soon as he realizes that he has a lair, he's going to drop Hydra.
Yeah, looks like Potato Pleb killed some overlords, but really not any economic damage done to Echo. So he is in quite a scary spot with the amount of drones he has right now. Potato Pleb, the third, I think, is a bit late. It's only about halfway done now. He's got a tank, but other than that, he's quite behind economically.
Yeah. What I'd love to see Potato Pleb keep doing is keep flying around and bonking those overlords. Because if you look at the map vision now for Echo, not as much as it was. significantly less. So he's not re-spreading those overloads. And his creep, he's pushing it towards this 4th base location, but he still hasn't even reconnected to 3rd and entrance. So there's 0 creep from the 3rd base. And I think that's usually what the push point is. Potato might try to push the 4th because it's forward, but I think where he's dropping right now should be the push point for later.
2 more overloads cleared up from this drop going into the 3rd of Potato Pleb. And actually might steal a clean kill. Nice pickup. As well as a harassment drop going into the main. There are spore crawlers there though.
Oh.
The Marines are going to be stranded. So good.
Yeah. He target fires 2 queens down, so that's kind of a big pickoff. Good job. But AFK in the medevac on top of spores, not ideal.
Yeah, orbital 3rd base finishing up now, going to float over. In comes.
There.
It's not looking good for Potato Pleb right now.
Yeah,
He's
there's
got to
a
keep dropping though to keep him in the game, which he is. He's doing a pretty good job of dropping, killing overlords, but he needs to do some drone damage soon because Echo's out of control.
Yeah. He needs to continue his SCV production too. He needs a 3rd command center. He has a 3rd command center. He needs a 4th command center. Oh, the Lings are. Oh, but the Marines are there to defend. Good job. And all the Lings die before the Banes get there, so the Banes came to help. Nice.
4th base up for Echo, and man, there's a lot of queens out for Echo right now. A lot of creep spread happening.
Yeah,
with
there
the
is.
4th base pushing down.
He's really jumped on it. Good job. The hive is finishing now, though. That is a 9-minute, 20-second hive done. What do you think he does with it?
I'm wondering if he wants to go into locals.
That'd be super interesting. He gets... Oh, loses the full medevac. That's fun. But he's getting Zergling attack speed and an Ultraless Cavern. Fantastic. I love this. And Pathogen Gland. So he's going to Infestor, Fungal the shit out of Bio, and Ultras are going to... I'm excited. Let's go.
Yeah, I totally forgot about how good infestors are now. And yeah, lurkers would not make a ton of sense. I'm just thinking that, man, I like lurkers so much from Zerg. I want to see those more.
Yeah, they're really cool. I want to use them more in ZVP. In ZVP, I feel like they're really applicable.
Yeah, definitely. They can shut down those so hard for Zerg. But it looks like he might only need Lings and Banes with his third base if he's getting slack.
Yeah, there's 18 SCV down, tank, bunch of Marines, and most of the Zerglings get away. That's a brutal loss. He needs to have a wall in front of this third base to defend it. But he's so broke right now in comparison to the Zerg. Let's see, how many workers does Zerg have? Zerg has 70. Potato Pleb has 47. Zerg has half the map creep. Potato has barely vision outside of his base. That's scary. That's a scary feeling. He scans the main, sees the hive, but did not see the Ultraless Cavern. So, but I feel like the response either way is to throw down some starports with reactors on them. You either get Vikings for the Broodlords or Liberators for Ultralisk. And it looks like he's doing Vikings, so he's afraid of Lords.
Fourth base lagging behind a lot for Potato Pleb. It is about halfway done. We'll see if he can keep and hold of fourth base as Potato Pleb on his fifth right now. That's halfway done. And the Ultralisks are here. He has about a 20 supply lead. As the Zerg, it's not looking too good for Terran, especially on this map. The third can get run into
It's
pretty
really,
easily.
yeah, it's really exposed.
Great
Oh,
Widowmine
but the
shot.
yeah, the Widowmine got all of the Banelings, so that most of the Banelings. But there's still one Ultralisk for every one Marine, so it's not enough Potato Pleb, I worry.
Yeah, not a bad defense. I think if this were a bit more of an even game, that could have done well if we'd seen about 20-30 more supply for Potato Club. That goes
Yeah.
pretty well, but
Yeah, he did a really good job up until the very moment where he lifted his command center and then the Ultralisk started chomping the SCVs. He didn't lose any SCVs, like 6 SCVs, until the Ultralisk started. Then that's where the hold really kind of dropped. Ultralisk speed almost done. So now Ultralisk are just as fast off creep as they are on creep. What a fun upgrade.
nice. All right, 4th is down for Potato Pleb. A couple links going over there to scout it out, and Echo is quickly resupplying. Worker count 50 for Potato Pleb to 76 for Echo. Scary, as well as Echo adding his 6th base up at the top corner, and boy, that is a very defendable base.
Yeah, this is very, very defendable, and that's a very fed Zerg. He's getting flyer attacks now, getting neural parasite. He's just checking off all the boxes.
Looks like Potato Pleb is hoping to defend here with some good Widowmine shots. Looks like there's only 2 Widowmines. Maybe he should make a few more Widowmines, because Splash could be quite strong against the Banelings that are going to come out.
Oh yeah, he's gonna need them for sure. He's getting Ghost. That's cool. They can snipe the he can snipe the Ultralisk, but Ranged Liberators also do a great job.
This medevac coming out here is going to get sniped by these crushers. That's painful. And the creep spread is quite disgusting as well. It's pushing down in the direction of Potato Pleb's 4th. And it's coming down the central avenues as well. Here we go, the main fight of
Everything crashing in. Cleans up the entire defense. The command center's going to go down. I think Potato Pleb's out. GG.
Well fought from Potato Pleb, but unfortunately, Echo really mind-gamed Potato Pleb there with the faking the Ling pressure and then doubling down hard on the eco. Very strong.
And you gotta remember exactly how Potato Pleb opened too. Like, he went command center before orbital. Like, he tried to get that out 10-15 seconds quicker. Like, that was his plan. And fuck, Zerg cheesed him. He had to cancel everything.
Yeah.
I could feel the like amount of like shit from him.
Yeah, very frustrating for sure.
Very well done by Echo.
Yeah, definitely. Echo looks very strong. Hopefully, is Snowflower here?
Should be. Yeah, he's here.
Cool. Alright, and Snowflower. Another Terran, so it's going to be a TVZ again. And we'll see if Snowflower has a build in mind. That map really played to the strategy of Echo. with the kind of far distances and the sort of horizontal expansion paths allow Zerg to funnel all their units in the middle. The third base wasn't super exposed, so allowed really did well for that strategy. And the 2-1-1 as well, I think it is a certain amount of commitment, and if you don't get enough, if you don't get enough damage from that investment, the game is already set against you, and that's pretty much what happened.
Yeah. I think choosing to go for the 2-1-1 after the, like once he's realized, like he changed his build to the 2-1-1, but I don't think that was the best plan. I think that's a build that depends on getting damage done, or at least pressuring Zerg to do something. You have to know from that position that you're starting at a deficit. 'Cause he built 6 Zerglings. That's 3 drones that he didn't build, and then he double expanded.
Right.
He also got lane speed, but
And one thing also was, it's really, I think by the time the 2-1-1 came out, Echo was able to he had Overlord speed, but he had a great Overlord spread, which took away the possibility of drone damage. And that's one of the things I was thinking of, is that I would have liked to see Potato Pleb try to go for drones, but it just really wasn't a possibility because the Overlord spread was so good and so aggressive. It was out in the middle of the map.
yeah.
It's a tough situation to be in, for sure.
Absolutely. Moving right along into the next game, we're going to put up Snowflower versus Echo.
And in the top corner, the second diamond player for Alpha X, it is Snowflower.
And bottom left-hand corner, representing the Yellow Zerg, also the second player for dLife, it is Echo. What are they talking about?
I don't know. I think Echo seems to like to start off his games with a little random chat. It's funny. A lot of people do this, at least in the Rude War ladder. They'll try to like, oh, I'm such a noob, and they'll try to start talking with you. And you know instantly that what's coming is a gate proxy or something like that.
A really disgusting cheese.
Zealots walk in, or some sort of cheesy forward racks. And yeah. I'm always suspicious of people trying to be my buddy just for no reason, especially early game.
Right. And seeing what happened last game, like Snowflower probably was watching the stream, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Is it right?
Yes,
yeah, it looks right. Look at some of these settings. Yeah, no, this is good. It's good.
It's possible that there are different versions of this map. So
this one, I believe I saw the header was in brackets ZOU, and that's the one. ZOU, then it's Tesla-ization. So I think that's right.
Cool. And Echo did pull the drones off gas again, so it looks like he may be trying to roll with the same plan. This time we had Reaper out first, and one Marine coming down as well. So this should be able to be repulsed. And yep, there's the third base. So it is, in fact, the very same build.
Yeah,
last time.
Snowflower is not going to overreact to it. He's going to try and get the command center to finish.
Okay, 4 more lings are on the way, though. So that is different. I don't believe any more lings were produced besides that first 6 for quite a while.
There were not. So So Echo is kind of seeing that Snowflower is not going to fall prey to his build and just die like completely overreact in the same way that we saw Potato Pleb. Oh, but don't get the Reaper surrounded. Oh, but he loses the Reaper. Link speed finishes. And SCV goes down. He's gonna chew on the hatchery. Hellions. Cool.
Yeah, this is
So the-
quite a bit of increased ling production as well. We had, I think, are we up to a total of about 26 lings now? So this is quite a bit of pressure.
yeah.
Oh, and one of the Hellions
the
popped on the
Hellion.
wrong side.
Oh no. So he's got a ton of SCVs standing by to repair, but it doesn't look like Echo's gonna try and push the issue. Because there they are. There's 6 drones on the production tab. 3 Hellions are out. I think Snowflower should have moved his command center to the main base a while ago to transform it. He doesn't have to leave it sitting there. He can go get it building energy. He can produce SCVs in the main base and just rally them down once it's safe to take the low ground.
We have 5 Hellions out now, and I think this should be enough to at least reestablish control of the natural if he's careful.
He's supply blocked right now, starting a depot, so he's only going to get to have 6 before it's time. But yeah, 6 Hellions is usually the magic number that Terrans like to roll with.
Liberator making its way to the third base as well. It's quite nice. And that will be, in fact, a scout of the third base. As
Yeah.
this could be a possibility in Snowflower's mind that this is some 2-base push and that something's coming. But I will put away doubts like that. 6 Hellbats here in the natural get destroyed. Okay, 3 of them get destroyed by the Pyramids.
Yeah. 3 drones go down to the Liberator before he readjusts. Oh, he moves them back in, but the Spore Crawler is shooting the Liberator. That Spore Crawler is already to get in position. Snowflower, you gotta move that Liberator. And goes down. Oh, Baneley's here to counter the Hellbats. Snowflower in a very tough spot. He does start a third command center, knowing that it's the same build exactly as last time. He just had to deal with a little bit more aggression. I think he handled it okay. Better than he could have. Not as good as. Yeah. I don't know. How do you feel about it?
Well, I think that it certainly isn't a terrible position. He needs to get that third base up and running soon, though. I think he's definitely got a shot. We'll see. Right now, though, the engine for Echo is really starting. So either Snowflower needs to get back in the game by either doing some economic harassment or just getting his third base up and making sure that stays.
Yeah. Here comes out the Overlord spread of last game. They're moving out across the map. I noticed that he doesn't spread creep until the Overlords are out, and then after the Overlords are out, then he starts spreading. Or at least that's the pattern that I noticed last time. And so far, there's not a single creep to him, but 4 have just been queued up as the Overlords make their position.
The army for Echo right now is actually quite small. So I would like to see some drops attempted for Snowflower.
Yep, and there is a 2-on-1 drop coming out. Not a 2-on-1 drop, just a 16 or in 2 medevac drop.
That could do quite a bit of damage at the third. There's not a whole lot, really. And in fact, he may suspect a drop going down to that fourth base location as all his army is pulled down there. Should make note that also we do have a Spire, so it looks like TheNydus is the tech choice for Echo. Alright, Creep Tumor down to third base. He's charging here, gets the clean, starts to pick up some drones to see how much damage he can get done. Oh, and okay, those are Banelings. Those drones going through.
Those were Banelings that he target fired. Nice.
Nice. Gets the Banelings down, and now the third base is free game. We'll see some limbs will pop there, but they'll pop away. Quite a bit of damage being done here. Nicely done.
Yeah, it is. Echo was not prepared for an attack this early. He was thinking that he's going to get all the time in the world to macro up like last time. Third base gets target fired, and he picks up, runs home with the 1 medevac. The remaining Marines stand, fight for their lives, kill what Zerglings think. Meanwhile, the natural base has been completely saturated for Snowflower. All he has to do is drop fineries, but he's already got the SUVs there. He's moving his third base to location, and he's walling off the third base ramp. He's checking off everything. It's excellent. He sees that there's Zerglings on the map, so he has to keep those busy while his wall is being built. Going behind into the base, I don't like this move. Now you have to go over there and defend. And you're telling him, hey, look at my this.
A lot of Marines going down for free here.
That is true. That was an excellent trade.
And even though Snowflower did a lot of damage, and I think the game is quite evened up, and that we'll see if Echo can deal with the army here. Echo is still on 4 bases, as that 4th base it's about to pop, I should say. It's going to be on 4 bases in a second. So he's economically still doing quite well, but Snowflower's army is quite a bit strong. And he went for mutas, which mutas are a good harassment tool in StarCraft 2, but they're not really a good just brute army tool.
Yeah, they don't fight very well. And this army is an army that Lings and Banes right now alone cannot handle. So he's gonna have to fly into the mutas. Gonna lose 1, 2, 3 mutas go down. Target fires a Bane. Good job. Another muta goes down, but this 4th base is dead. Big Bane hits coming in. Oh my goodness. Cleans up all the Marines, but not before the 4th base is. So, about even.
Yeah, I think that was quite a bit of Bane damage done, so a little bit worried about that, and the army count was definitely lessened a lot. But good news is a lot of the medevacs escaped, and the 4th did go down, and Snowflower's macro hasn't skipped the beat too much. He should have a pretty strong army to push again soon.
He has tanks trapped in the main base somehow. I don't know how they're trapped, but they're trapped. I honestly can't see why they're trapped. It has to be because between the racks that's slightly left of the stack is too close to the tech lab of the factory. That's weird. But he's pushing the 3rd base location again, and it's not going to be scouted. He's cleaned up all the overlords. There isn't creep up here. The rocks go down. He's going to stem forward. Oh, the Banes. He sees the Banes morphing. If he can get down there and get on top of them before they finish.
Or just split well and then kill.
Wow, that was really good. Nice job.
Cleaned up 17 drones as well, and that's going to be a GG.
Well done, Snowflower. GG.
Alright, Snowflower taking us to a 2-1 lead as we will go into the dLife Masters players. So we will actually get to see who they will put forward as their first master. Oh, Good Target is online. I'm not sure if you remember her, but... Good Target, anyways, a long-time Psyx Alpha X player. Online.
Seems familiar. It sounds familiar.
Played in the CTL seasons for just a really long time. Hey, Lemmings 21. Saying dLife hype. Good to see you, man. We, of course, are rooting for Alpha X, our own team.
Yep.
But I guess we try to maintain at least a veneer of impartial casting.
I prefer it that way. It doesn't bother me, but it grinds my gears just a little bit when people are like completely biased. It's like the other team's watching. Come on.
Sure.
It's like when you go to a high school sporting event, like the casters, everyone there is for the home team, right? But they can't just like shit on the shit on the away team
Yeah,
the
that's
entire
true.
time.
Yeah, I mean, I watch a decent amount of hockey, and there are some markets where the broadcasters for that city are quite a bit annoyingly partial. Boston has some, I don't know, pretty annoying casters in my opinion that are just very blatantly fanboys.
Yeah.
Especially with the penalties, like we get it that you're always gonna think that your team is the victim in this like review that the refs got it wrong, but you don't have to go on about it on live TV. It's just like,
Of course, you can make an acknowledgement like, "Wow, the fans are not happy about that.
Yes.
That's great," but you just can't be like, "That was bullshit." Ready, and away you go.
I always find it funny now that they have a in a lot of sports they have a official rules specialist on like a hotline, so that way whenever they're watching and there's like a review going on, they'll go to that person. And I love it because like yesterday I was watching a game, it was a really big college football game, and the rule specialist one time, they're usually pretty reserved. Like they'll say, depending on these looks, it'll go a certain way. But this guy was like, I am sure it's going to be this way. And then they pull up in the announce, and they announce the opposite thing, and that guy just had to eat it. It was so funny.
Well, I mean, just because you're sure doesn't mean the refs are always smart.
It's true. And there's all these like weird, vague things like, I don't know. It's like beyond a plausible doubt, it was this thing, and to just go back and forth in football, it seems to be always bad calls. Anyways, we're into the first master for dLife, and he is the yellow Terran in the bottom corner, and he is Pursuit.
And in the top right-hand corner, representing Alpha X, as the teal Terran on a one-game win streak right now, bringing it to the master match for the opponent. It is Snowflower. Yay. And it is a TVT, folks. A match I know nothing about.
I'm certain I know less, so we're good. Did you get to see the MMR of Pursuit?
No, what is that?
I was wondering to see what MMR he was.
Oh, oops. Well, we can.
Yeah, that's right. Rank for the win exists. Duh. I'm actually not sure what tag he's under though. Or if you're looking it up, I'll just guess. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make was that in terms of when we're going and we're casting these Diamond versus Masters games, mirror matchups are, I would say, generally more difficult for for the player. They are more difficult for the under MMR player than non-mirror matchups are. And that was a really convoluted way of saying it, but I think you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Feel like
they emphasize the MMR mismatch, I think.
Yeah, mirror matches totally. Like, especially when different styles clash too. Like that really comes out. You can see clear advantages of one style over. But to answer your question, uh, Pursuit is 50-94.
Wow.
And
Very strong. Lemmings checking the MMR for Snowplower. Pursuit is going for a proxy starport liberator, and I swear I have seen this in a TVT recently. In fact, in a mismatch MMR TVT, seems to be common.
oh man, this proxy liberator is going to win the game because as of this moment, Snowflower has absolutely 0 units that shoot up. He has 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions. None of those are going to be able to stop this.
Yeah, and meanwhile, it looks like the Reapers and Hellions of Pursuit are shutting down this third.
Snowflower is going to get behind him and catch him, and he does have the numbers odd, but oh man, it's not going to mean anything.
Okay, Cyclone is halfway done now. Glimmer of hope.
Cyclone. Oh yeah, it is only a couple seconds away. That's not. Yeah, okay. Alright, so this is really annoying for a few seconds, but it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought our boy Snowflower was dead for sure.
And actually might kill the Liberator.
Oh,
nice
wow.
Pickup.
That's cool. Alright, good job. That's a really cool tactical play for Pursuit to go for that. That seems like to me that seems like on the level of like the 4-move chessmate kind of pattern that Light has. But or checkmate, yeah, checkmate pattern. But Snowflower is able to be like, nah, I'm just gonna move my pawn forward, and this whole thing's done. Boom.
Strong enough.
So good.
But
yeah,
Pursuit is following up with Cloak Banshee from that starport, and I guess Snowflower did not deduce the fact that starport was proxied.
Yeah, he's not looking for it, and yeah, the Banshee's going to finish a little bit before Cloak, so I wonder if he'll pull him up. I think he should. Yeah, wow. He's going to pull up 2 Banshees and then be able to one-shot the workers. But a Raven on the way. Yeah. Oh my god, Snowflower making all the right moves. My man.
Yeah, Raven going to be almost exactly what he needs here.
Yeah.
That's actually
going to be able to
turrets.
Yeah. He does need another Cyclone to kill the second Banshee, but yeah, because like 4 Marines are not going to cut it. But he may have to spend energy on he may have to spend Raven energy on a little turret to kill the second Banshee. Cloak. Oh, and he cancels the lock on for the Cyclone, so the Cyclone doesn't even get to shoot. That was so smart. That was so cool. Did you see that?
No, I mean, I saw it happen, but I didn't know exactly how.
He waited to cloak until the Cyclone's lock on triggered, and then he cloaked. So the Cyclone lost vision of the Banshee because the Raven was out of position.
I see. Yeah,
so yeah, even if the Raven had come in right next to the Cyclone after they'd done that, the Cyclone couldn't shoot for 5 seconds anyways. That was truly amazing. Oh, and then there's 3 tanks and Marines in the natural. Okay. Snowflower, I think, might be out of this game if he can't clean up this Banshee. Oh, but he's going to try and clean up the tanks. You can't. Just lift. GG. Well played, Snowflower. Well played. But Pursuit did some really cool moves.
Yep, thank you, Snowflower, for playing, and it's all tied up. So, Ravage gonna go up first for us against Pursuit. It's gonna be a high-level TVZ. Let's hope for the best. Alright, here he is. It's really nice that we're not having any of the lobby troubles that we had the last time.
Yeah, usually there's just a tremendous amount of difficulties. It's really nice. Not doing him R on Ravage just for fun. Ravage is 51-38. So this is a very, very close match. They're less than 50 MMR apart, so it'll be exciting.
Yeah, Ravage has been playing on Korea, though, a lot, so we'll see if that helps him out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nemesis, for the raid. Appreciate it.
Woo, welcome.
Uh-oh, his stream... Alright. Quite a few maps available for Ravage. See what he picks.
Mm-hmm. Monument it is. So
Alright.
map number 5. Map number 5 Monument. This is going to be our first Masters versus Masters. So far, it's been back and forth, win-loss for both players, for us. So scores tied up 2-2, and it wasn't a one-side crushing by one player and then another player. It's been really back and forth, and that's cool. We don't usually encounter this.
Yeah. Typically, the diamonds are a wash at the end, but... Oops, did I just cancel?
Oh.
No, he declined. Cool.
A wash. Rip.
Sorry, I know that sounds unnecessary. That's not what I was gonna say. Usually it's and it I can't speak. Usually it's tied up at the end of the diamond sets, but typically it happens differently where we'll crush and then they'll... I guess that doesn't make sense. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. Typically the diamonds are crushed, but then by the time we get to both masters, it's even.
Yeah. Yeah. I can kind of see that. The diamonds are usually even, and then the masters are usually even, but the deficit between the two sometimes can be really painful.
Alright, very excited for this one. Ravage is... Ravage is just a absolute macro god of Zerg.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow, what is his border background thing? That's cool. Do you see that? That's got a keyboard, a tower, a controller on it. What the heck? I ain't never seen that one before. Or at least never looked that closely at it. That's dope. I want that. How do I give it to me?
All right, hey Lanfear, good to see you, man. Happy to have you watching. Good to see you.
Yay, land.
I think whenever I start talking and a couple seconds into it, what happens is that echo kicks in of I'm hearing myself on your and it's making me so hard I can't put sentences
I'm
together.
so sorry.
It's fine. I've heard that it's hard to talk when you're hearing yourself speak, but this is confirming it for me.
Yeah, it's usually quite the issue because it's like you're being interrupted, but you're like, that's my voice. Why am I interrupting myself? And your brain just like kind of like, fucking, what is going on?
I know, it's like I have to pause, and definitely contributes to stuttering.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
It's
if
fine.
it continues, let me know.
Well, I thought that it wasn't going to be a huge issue, and it isn't sometimes.
You think that?
Sometimes I'll start into a sentence and then it will kick in and just derail my thought, which is fine. All right. Anyways, we'll get through it. For game number 5 of the TheNydus quarterfinal, we have the Green Zerg for Alpha X. In the bottom corner of Monument, it is Ravage.
And in the top left-hand corner, as the yellow tan representing dLife, it is Pursuit.
Yeah,
So
don't know a
Ravage-
ton about... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nah, my bad, but I was only going to say Ravage open hatch gas pool so he feels comfortable in the matchup. But what were you going to say?
I was saying that I don't know a ton about Pursuit. We did have that proxy last game, though. So, it is a possibility that we could see some shenanigans. But I think that we'll probably see, especially in Game 1, a mutual level of respect for both players, knowing that each other, they are quite high MMR, so usually when high masters play each other, there's a level of solidness that goes on in terms of the opening macro builds, which is quite fun to watch, in my opinion.
They correctly push each other to be strong.
Right.
I hate when I've experienced that because like one small example is just to break away from for a second. It's like I like bowling and I like to try hard when I bowl. I've gotten like over 200 like twice, so I'm not good. But when I play with my friends and they don't bowl at all, like I barely break 100, and like it's just because I can't try. I feel too bad. So, you know, like not that I can't try, but like I know that I could be doing better. So I kind of feel that with the with what you kind of just said, how, you know, like sometimes they play better because they're playing better people than usual.
Yeah, that's a great point. Well, first of all, if you ever bowl over 200, I consider that a very strong bowl. So, I mean, I think I've bowled like 160 maybe if I was hot, but I'm typically like 120s, so that's not too good. But it's funny, bowling, like, I'll get super into bowling and serious about it, and like if we're going, I'll watch all these videos about it and practice the technique. And then after the first game, I'm like, this is a dumb game. I'll bowl like a 109 or something like that, and be like, yeah.
You're like I should be better than this. What the fuck?
It's hard.
That's funny.
The
That's
worst
really
is when sorry, we're going deep into this digression, but the worst is when you get behind someone who's bowling where they put the bowl up on their arm and then they throw it down so it spins and knocks all the pins. Have you seen that?
Oh, kind of like okay. So like the way I always imagined it was like Naruto, right? He's doing the Rasengan.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
Those
just, like,
motherfuckers.
waiting up at the thing and trying to get it straight, and they just like effortlessly like spin it off their elbow, and it like swirls the pins and they get like strikes 8 frames out of the pin.
I know. Oh, it's terrible. There was this guy I played with. So I did a bowling league with my family for a little bit, and there was this guy who did that. But he was fucking good. He was so fucking good doing it, and it pissed me off. I was like, God damn. How can you just like Rasengan in the fucking lane and then get strikes every time? You're a bastard. Like his average was like 270.
Oh my goodness.
It's like Jesus fuck.
It's crazy.
That's absolutely absurd. Oh, coming back to StarCraft though. What build did we have out of Terran? I'm not gonna call it a 2-1-1. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore.
It actually
No layer.
may have been though. It's quite a bit of bio out.
Yeah, but it's like a push style with Hellions, not quite a Marine drop pressure. You know, and there's only one medevac, so like this Marine Hellbat, that's really cool. Oh, he keeps the Reaper alive.
Alright, we'll see if Rabbit is prepared to deal with this. He's got Wings here, and some Lings wrapping around from the other side. It looks like the Hellbat's going to get stuff fairly easy.
Yeah. Oh, and then the second round of Lings coming in. Nice. That was a complete and total demolish of that push. I don't know what the goal of that push was, but to lose every unit could not have been it. So, great job by Ravage.
We'll see if Ravage, does he have a Bane Nest is a question.
I do not think so. He's continued to mine gas, and he has a tremendous amount of gas, but he just now dropping Bane Nest into Evo chambers, right at the 6-minute mark. So, looks like he's going to try and transition into his gas tech now by completely saturating the natural and probably the main base pretty soon too.
Alright. Awesome to see strong play from Ravage. And again, you have a very high queen number out in the map spreading creep. Ravage is typically pretty good with that, so... Fourth base on the way as well.
I like that he's chewing on these rocks in front of the fourth base. That's going to make pushing from that left side way less easy, because now there's going to be a quicker path to the surround. And he can't like push up using that wall as a defense, you know. That's cool. I like when players are conscious of like the different map properties and taking care of the rocks and shit like that to make a certain style less impactful later on.
Yeah, and I wonder if that means he would consider taking the gold base as well.
Oh yeah, there it is right there too.
He's a really close distance.
Yeah, he could definitely do that. And there's the watchtower right in front of it to protect it from directly from the enemy's position. He's got Ling covering the attack path to the left of the head. Yeah, I bet he takes that gold base. You're right. Excuse me. Fourth command center coming down for pursuit. He's got pretty good production. He's got 5 racks in the main, 1 factory on starport, keeping up on the bio. Everything but concussive cells researched, and he started 2-2 immediately as 1-1 finished. That's excellent. Ravage's 1-1 is finishing momentarily. Let's see if he's on it. And there he is. Yeah! Woo! Yeah, these guys are awesome. I'm so excited. Bane drops. Oh my Lanta.
As well as Muse behind this, so I'm not sure how I feel about the Mutas. I think it can definitely work. I don't know. How do you feel about the Mutas?
I don't think they're very good on this map because the natural base layout is the map base layout is that everyone takes their first 3 bases in that triangle style. I think Terran has a very easy time defending this triangle style. Now, there are already missile turrets in the mineral lines, but as soon as Pursuit gets hint of mutas, he's just going to drop a line of missile turrets around his main base, and then he's completely he's completely safe from everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see Ravage build a number of mutas, then go into that first sort of initial amount of damage. A couple lings actually getting to the natural here, that's nice. He gets some initial SCV damage, maybe gets a few add-ons, but then he doesn't continue to produce mutas. I don't think he will for too long. I think if he produces too many mutas and then doesn't do too much with them, that could be gifting Terran away back into this game.
Correct. That's exactly right. And Terran has Thors in production. Like, he skipped Siege Tank, he skipped Widowmine, he's going straight to Thors, and Thors still dunk on mutas pretty hard. That's really interesting. Ravage is posturing for an attack.
And that fourth base is actually pretty open. Maybe not for super long, as it looks like stuff is moving over there.
Ravage flooding lings right now. Starts +2 flyer attack, so he's committed to this flyer tech. If he can transition quickly into Broodlords out of this, you know, and keep these 12 mutas alive, that's great. He's going 3 more mutas, so he's going to have 15, but I feel like cutting it there would be great.
Alright, looks like Pursuit is extending into the middle of the map. Here's the fight.
Oh, come on. Oh,
okay,
Ravage.
looks like Ravage does not want to take it quite there. He needs to morph some more Banes with that.
Siege teams are sieged. He's going to have to wait for them to crawl forward again.
And not even seeing economic damage from mutas, which
Yeah,
confuses me
like
a bit. I'd like to see those mutas go and try into the natural and do some damage to then delay the mutas.
Yeah, look at that. The missile turret's already taking damage. All the SCVs, like, there's a ton of low SCVs in there that glaive bounces are going to murder immediately. Ravage, those mutas are not going to help you in the fight. Do some economic damage and get Broodlords. Oh, he's already got the Hive. Nice. So he's going to wait for +2 to finish and then Broodlords, I hope. Gets a tank. Doesn't lose very much.
Yeah, but gets
Just
a
health
lot of those
ones.
mutas to half health. Actually, only 2, my
Mhm.
bad. Alright, here we go, the fight's coming in. Some good Baneman connections, and actually mutas doing a bit. They pull back for some reason. It could have been
He was
one in
afraid of
fight.
the Thor, and yeah, he pulled back. I think if he pulled the Banes back, but let the Lings go in and held here where he's posturing now, could be very good.
Yeah,
Oh,
these
but he
mutas-
picked off the Thor, so the big splash damage to the mutas is gone. That's really interesting to see Terran producing tanks, of all things, 3 at a time. I feel like that's a really big gamble that Zerg is going to give up on the muted list. And he is. Oh, he's producing 3 more mutas? Ravage, you boy.
I'd like to see Ravage actually maybe expand a bit more. Okay, so he's expanding right now. I think that should keep him in pace. But either way, Ravage position. The mutas were up at the 4th base position, and I think, you know, one thing that sort of unseen damage the mutas are doing is they are keeping Pursuit back quite a bit more than we'd like to.
That's true. Yeah, he is posturing to defend this 4th base, and he only has to do that until he gets missile turrets up. Because it's morphing into a planetary. Planetary missile turrets and some SUVs will defend that base pretty well. We got the...
Yeah, this fight actually was not going very well coordinated for Ravage.
Three Ultralisk halfway done. He's just got to delay this push until they pop, and then between the Ultralisk and the Mutalisk, he can probably clean up this force. But he goes deep right there, gets massive Bane hits on the Marines to the north, loses a bunch of Mutalisk for it though, but pushes the push back. Thor is here though. And he right-clicks the Thor, and it's dead. Holy cow, +2 mutas. Work.
So, I think you said it really well when a heavy commitment into tanks was a big gamble. That was maybe 10 tanks right there that did nothing.
Yeah, like what are you using those tanks for? To shoot the banelings? Cool. You don't need 10 of them.
I think if you're going to go heavy tanks, then you should just commit hard to turtle.
Yeah. Or at least have better scouting information to know that your opponent's going Ultralisk heavy. Because that's like tanks are the solution to Ultralisk, and I feel like Pursuit really just expected Ravage to go straight to Ultralisk. But Ravage has continued to produce Mutalisk. He's up to fucking 22 of these bad boys. That is a big number. That's a big number, and there's no Widow Mines on the map. So if Ravage just wants to go up here to the Swarth base and right-click on the 3 turrets and then kill that base, he can. Nothing's gonna stop him. Doesn't even pick off the SCV, he just kills the fucking building CC.
Yeah, these are +2 mutas as well, so shredding a lot of SCVs and mules. Pursuit only really has 2 mining bases right now, so very strong.
Baneley's running into the natural as that push cleans up the 4th base. 19 SCVs down in total. The 4th base goes down. Excuse me, the 5th base was the one that went down earlier, but now the 4th command center's down. Completely dislodged that location. Pursuit is pushing across the map. He has to get damage done here, and Ravage knows it, and he is buying time. He is trying to buy as much time as he can, so much so that the mutas come home. He's going to pick off the tanks, the Thors, the medevacs if he can. And he cleans this up.
Ravage. There's,
Wow.
yeah.
GG. That was an excellent game.
Clean game from Ravage, and the mutas just murdered him. So
I feel like that was that was really cool. I feel like the +2 on the mutas gave them just enough to outmuscle the Marines and Thors whenever he did fight them. Because like he didn't go for very much economic damage with those at all. He was just picking at the army, right?
yeah, he didn't go for any pure economic damage, although it did keep Pursuit in his base for quite a, or sorry, not really in his base, kind of guessing
In
with
his
army.
area.
He didn't really pull the trigger and go. There's a couple times where he moved back to defend against potential mutas. So they were a threat that Ravage had. But more importantly, we talked about the tanks, but also Pursuit was in that last engagement where, or sort of the main engagement where Pursuit was really pushing. He was really heavy into Marauders as well. So a lot of his composition was Marauder tank. And at the end, Ravage had 25 +2 mutas. So those can easily right-click a couple Thors when it's 95% Marauder tank.
Yeah, that is very true.
And there were no Liberators built as well to possibly combat
Yeah.
mutas. Liberators could have been nice instead. I'm sorry to keep going on, but I think Liberators could have been a better use of supply than tanks because they're anti-muta and they can also work as a sieging weapon against Ultras.
Yeah, I think Liberators are definitely the smarter choice there. Like, tanks only work against Hydra Ultralisk, and Ravage did not go Hydra for the mid game and went for Ultralisk in the super late game after he had established his economic lead.
Very much expecting Lunith here.
While we are between games, I'm going to go use the restroom.
All right.
Excuse me for a moment.
Hey, last surprise. Good to see you in here, man. And Sushi as well. Was commenting with his prediction. Yep, we were too busy talking about bowling to correctly identify that. Yeah, that Terran army looked very strong, Landfear. Man, it is a real treat watching Ravage play. Just really crazy good macro. And good decision making as well. It's really become one of our anchors in the Masters spot. Yeah, and Lunith is Australian, as I mentioned earlier, so he's going to invite us, I suppose. And Ravage is actually from that region as well. So, actually, we'll see. Maybe that's a better connection for those two players. Oh, here we go. Oh, and we're getting errors. How do you bowl above 200? Yeah. That's tough. I mean, to be honest, bowling above 100 for me is I have to focus. I can't
I
mess
have
around.
returned.
I think bowling above 200 would be like, how many strikes per game is that? It's like at least 5 or 6, right?
Well, so it really depends on where the strikes are positioned, right? Because the way bowling frames work is that you get 3 balls a frame, but you only get to activate the third ball if you get a strike or a spare. If you get a strike, you get 10 points plus the next 2 balls. If you get a spare, you get 10 points plus the next ball. So if you have 5 strikes in a row, that's 30, 30. So it's 30, 60, 90, and then 111, and then 120. So that's 120 points with still points to be added from the next 2 balls that you throw, and they don't have to be strikes. So you can get up to 5 strikes in a row is 120 points guaranteed, which is more than halfway to 200, right?
Right. But I mean, so between 200 and 300, that difference is only like a couple strikes, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
And that sounds so tough. Getting, I guess, to 200 would be like 8 strikes average,
Yeah.
or like 5 strikes and then 3 spares,
Yeah.
then 2
So-
high frames.
So a perfect 300 is 12 strikes in a row. And then there's such a thing called a Dutch 200, whereas you get a strike and a spare alternating every frame. So that's 6 strikes and 6 spares. And that's for a Dutch 200. I think that might be probably the most inefficient way to get a 200 is like go back and forth on them. But yeah. Who is host? Oh, Lunith is host. Okay,
Yeah, he's Australia, so we'll see.
fair enough.
Yeah, actually, one of the main reasons I like bowling is because the bowling alley, they have all those retro arcade games, and I love
Yeah,
playing like Pac-Man.
those are cool.
I just spent like there's something tactile that I love about like actual arcades. Like there was an arcade where I lived, and I just loved going to it and just playing Pac-Man for hours.
Yeah,
And play also other newer games, but just something, I don't know, that I miss about that.
yeah. For I never grew up with an arcade where I live, so I kind of got to miss that whole thing. But I did get my own computer at a very young age, so I was able to do a lot of computer games without restriction. So I had that.
Yeah, it's very fun. Some people's funny build massive arcades in their house. Anyways. All right. We are currently on match point with a 3-2 lead. And the last master player for dLife is the Australian Protoss Lunith.
And in the top right-hand corner, taking us to match point, representing an Alpha X, it is the green Zerg, Ravage.
And, you know, there's not really any other way to put it. Lunith is good.
Lunith is very good.
Yes.
Right.
He is a tough cookie to crack, to say the least. He has cheesed. He is also strong macro. And he's got a lot of experience. Ravage has quite a bit of experience as well. Lunith may have more... Well, actually don't know head-to-head who has the more experience, but speaking about Lunith, he's played a lot in tournaments and has played a lot in the All-In TheNydus, so he's very familiar with this. He does a lot of scouting, and he does a lot of builds tailored for this. So, that said, this is kind of a premier matchup between Lunith and Ravage. This is, I think, some of our best players in the All-In in the league.
Yeah.
So, very excited for it.
I wonder. So Lunith and Ravage had to have played before, right? Because Lunith played in our match in the regular season against dLife, right?
Yes.
In Ravage, we were 2-2 when Ravage had to step up. So, at least Ravage. Basically, what I'm saying is, like, looking at my stats, Ravage got to play both masters of their team, so they had to be Lunith. And I'm wondering, Ravage lost the second match, and I think that might have been. So this might be a chance for Ravage to redeem himself if he remembers that Lunith was the one who took him down last time.
Yes, Ravage did lose to Lunith last time, and in fact, it was this map which Swagger beat him on. So, come full circle.
This should be very exciting. Overlord speed for Ravage. Then he pulled out a gas. Only has one mining. Very, very safe. gonna get the full scout off. Right now his Overlord at the natural can already see the Robo facility, so he might have just the slightest bit of an idea that it could be DTs. But he's gonna make sure with this Overlord speed that's finished now.
Yeah, we've talked about this kind of ad nauseum, but we are pro Overlord speed. Am I safe in saying that? I like that a lot, at least for me.
Yeah, I think it's a very cool upgrade. I'm gonna be sad to see it go back up to 100, but it has definitely become just like a staple of every high-level Zerg game, just as much of a staple as speed. So Blizzard feels like it has to go away.
What is the last map? The map after this?
Crystallizer.
All right, let's go respond to last in chat.
Roachwarren coming up now for Ravage. He's got Spore Crawlers in every base already done. The layer's halfway. The DTs should not get much damage. 4 Roaches in production. But the 3 DTs are already in his base, and he has got to get a surround on that Spore Crawler. Oh man, they're going to target the Spore Crawler. And it goes down. The layer's up. Overseer already morphing. Oh, but it's not going to be enough. The Queen's going to shoo away the Warp Prism. But Lunith is going to snipe this layer, and he's going to recall the DTs.
Wow, so
Ravage immediately restarts the layer at the natural base. He should take his main base again very soon, but so being in this position before, I have no idea how to go about it, so I'm really hoping we can see Ravage show me something tricky. Show me how to come back against this. Big Ling pressure, not a big one, but a decent sized one. Has to retreat though from the Immortal Sentry defending.
yeah, and that was a good build from Ravage. Sorry, from Lunith, because Ravage saw it, but I guess that the Roaches were just a hair late.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's
Well,
brutal. I was really hoping that he would be able to react quick enough.
the Roaches were a hair late, but the lair was on time. It's unfortunate that the lair got sniped, but he was able to get an Overseer out before it did. Sorry for that. One DT gets 3 more drones in the third base. Looks like he's going to fly home. Or at least fly around to the other side of them.
And Ravage is looking this fight here in the middle of the map, and I think that went really poorly for him. And Ravage is not doing well. He's down to 34 workers.
Yeah. Ravage only managed to kill Adepts during that push. Oh, and the 3 Roaches that he has are caught between the Warp Prism, which warped in, dropped off the DT. He's not going to have very much to defend this base of his. Lunith is going to push in for a kill here on the third. Can he defend it?
Alright, Ravage
There's a
has a
huge-
decent concave here. And he force fields the... Oh, great force field.
Yeah.
They did enough damage in that Sentry. See, the thing is, there are 2 Immortals here.
Yeah, and there are Lings left over. That's the important part. If he can target down those 2 Immortals, the remainder of the hold is going to be much easier. 8 Roaches in production, almost done. 12 Lings on the way. Morphing Banes as they get there. Ravage is ready for this. He's going to try and hold this here, and if he can, he might be ahead. But right now he's very behind.
Yeah, I think
62 to 32 workers. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's the thing I was about to mention, is that perfect pro production from Lunith. Probably if you watch this on the replay, you didn't skip a beat. So 60 workers, that's quite enough for right now on 3 bases. And now it's just 100% pressure. More gates were added. This is going to be difficult for Ravage to hold off, but really, it's 2 workers. Even if he does manage to doesn't look like it.
The Banelings get all the connections that they really needed. They hit all of the Zealots, but there are just too many Immortals and too many Archons still here. Ravage is going to be out of this game.
Looks like a few lings were dropped into the natural of Lunith. It's not going to be enough as more work in and Ravage goes down to Lunith.
GG. And that takes us to match point on a very back and forth series in this quarterfinals match against dLife Esports.
Yeah, disappointing there, but good effort, Ravage. Fortunately, just he read the build, but just didn't quite react quick enough. And one thing that map had just a very short distance by air, so I think he may have underestimated how fast it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to pull in for our ace player. Last surprise. See, where is he? He was here. All right, is the last surprise here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool.
In the party.
Oh, thanks, you invited him. Appreciate it. So, I believe in last surprise. I believe he can do it. Know that he has been preparing for Lunith this week. And certainly we wish him his best. Lunith, it's going to be tricky, but we'll see.
I think he can bring it home.
Let's see, is Lunith making in a different... he's not in party anymore.
I don't know. He is in a game, so he may be in the lobby. I can't join his game, so...
Oh, I'll invite you real quick.
Oh, everybody's getting invited.
Okay, cool. Here we are. here we are, everyone, at the very last game of the quarterfinal match between Alpha X and dLife. It's like Last Surprise, once the Lunat, once purple. And it will be...
Is this purple? That's funny.
Alright, so a PVT to end the night. Either way. I don't know. It's been a good season either way. I really hope Last Surprise can win. Lunat is very good, so we will see. Either way, it's been an entertaining night, and thanks to both teams for playing. So we'll get right into this last game. In the top corner of Crystallizer, representing dLife Esports, it is Lunat.
In the bottom left-hand corner, representing Alpha X for the last time tonight, it is the Blue Terran Last Surprise.
Now, if I remember correctly, we have had some pretty long, epic games. I hate that I just said epic. Sorry, we had some long, very fun games on this map, and I think it can go that way. I think a lot of times, though, at least I'll say I can make a little bit too much of the map. I mean, it's something to talk about in the beginning, of course, but a lot of it depends in StarCraft 2 on what the player wants to do. So I think there are differences in maps, but usually most things can work on most maps. I know, the statement of the century, right? But most maps you can do something cheesy. Most maps you can try to macro too. So we'll see what the players want to do. And Last Surprise knows that Lunat likes DT.
Yeah.
And
we'll see.
I kind of just think we won't see DTs because Lunat knows that he did go DTs last time, and he knows he has a reputation for DTs. So it's unlike PvZ where the DTs were used for a very specific timing. I think that probably DTs in PvT, if they don't do damage soon, then they're not going to be a great investment.
Can I draw attention to just a little thing that the players got to do between themselves? If you notice, right next to the Nexus of Lunat, Lunat pulled a probe out of gas to spray on top of the spray that last sprayed.
That's awesome.
I love it.
The pettiness level is
just
high.
the fun little interactions that the players get to do with each other. But going back to talking about the map, I think, with this map, I think that's very, very far to get to your third and fourth base. So I'm really happy to see that there isn't a Zerg here. I'm excited that this map is for this matchup. I think it'll be a very balanced in terms of how fast each player can expand. Safely expand.
Yeah. We'll see what Last Surprise is doing. I'm trying to think of the times that I've seen Lunat beat. And of course Swagger beat him. That was kind of a epic. Oh my goodness, I said it again. I hate that word so much. Swagger in a very impressive way beat Lunat in a long game. But the one point I'll make is that I think that Last Surprise needs to disrupt the throw production of Lunat because it is so precise and so clean.
Yeah. Last Surprise did get the scout of the main base, and he saw the timing of the Twilight Council. He saw the timing of the Robo and main wall. He did not get to see the Dark Shrine, but there he scans just to confirm it. Now he's going to know to bank up scans. He's going to start... He's immediately already producing a Raven, but I want to believe that he was already suspicious of Dark Templar before the scan, but he just used the scan to confirm. Ooh, there is a Widow Mine hidden above the north gas of Last Surprise's main base. I think he's going to try and pray that he gets a War Prism snipe with that.
Oh yeah. Alright, so here we go. 1 DT going to the Nat. And that's going to get gunned down immediately. Or actually, yes, it does go down. 2.
Oh, the Widow Mine gets the War Prism!
Oh my
That was
goodness,
so
last
cool.
surprise.
Oh,
300
shutting
IQ.
this down hard. He gets the recall on one DT, the other DT is dead. GG. That was excellent.
Wait, no,
nice work,
all 3
Blast.
DTs died.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I don't think it went on.
Wow.
Wait, but
Wow,
did the energy for a
nice.
recall go? Yeah, it did. It's
Yeah.
on cooldown right
Nice. Strong defense by Ravage. There's one more DT moving out across the map. Wonder what he plans to get done with this, because there's a probe with it too. The probe might be a miss rally.
Here's the thing, though. Lunith already at 55 workers. He's got an almost fully saturated third.
Oh
So, Last Surprise defended well.
but no third commands.
Well, here's the thing: is that Lunith doesn't have that much. He's got 1 Immortal coming out soon and a couple of Gateway units. I think Last
Yeah.
Surprise could push now.
Yeah, I think if he, as soon as Stim finishes, he could move across the map. He's got 2 medevacs about to finish too, so he's going to be able to heal up his Marines after they stim. This is going to be a very short window of time for Blast to get shit done. I hope he pounces on it.
He's got a Cyclone in the main as well. 2 medevacs going out. I think he is going out across the map, so I like this one.
So the goal of these 5 Stalkers right here are to keep Blast from pushing out too quickly. Oh, but there's a DT in the natural base. Oh.
Okay, he does see it that he may use a Odyssey.
No, he's just gonna build a missile turret, and he's gonna leave. He's moving out with the Raven because he knows that he has to win now. He knows that he can. So the Raven's going out.
Last Surprise, please move. Okay, there's already a lot of Zealots here. And his
There
charge
are.
done, and his charge is done. Holy cow, Luna.
But there are 4 Widow Mines. 4 Widow Mines with decent hits on those Zealots are gonna shred.
Okay, the Widow Mines are down. Here we go. Can he
There's
take
the
this
Zealots.
hit?
Oh, and the blanket Dorito cannon. That's 0 armor on all of those orange units. The Immortals are just.
Let's
oh
go,
my
Last Surprise. He killed everything there. Holy cow, dude.
Yeah, the Widow Mines and then the
The Dorito
Disruption.
cannon, I love when he said that.
yeah.
Going so well for Last Surprise.
Wow.
This could be what we need to go into the semifinals, guys.
Yeah, this is a huge lead that Last is taking. He's gonna clean up this third base, but he's gonna have to go home because he doesn't have defender's advantage with reinforcing units. Yeah, he's just gonna right click the Nexus, and away he goes. Oh, but the blink backwards instead of the blink forward onto the Raven. So the Raven might even get out too. No, the Stalkers are just fast enough.
Oh,
And there's reinforcements.
but yeah, the reinforcements. Oh my goodness, the Widow Mine shot.
Getting all of the Zealots again. Oh my goodness. Last is going for the throw right now. Let's see it.
Dude,
He's
Last
now
Surprise.
tied up the worker count. 3rd command center is in production, but more barracks on the way. A Ghost Academy on the way. eBay on the way. Man. Oh, man. Ravage, you're so cool. Not Ravage. Surprise. Ravage, you're still cool. But Blast is really doing something. GG.
We won, boys. We did it. Air high fives. Yes.
Yeah, all around. Woo! Well done, Last. That was a
Last
very
surprise.
very back and forth series. But wait.
You know, I was really scared of Lunith when we had to see dLife. I was scared of Lunith. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Lunith is good. And sorry, I realized that I was in the party chat. I was like, I should probably say it, not gloat too much. Anyways.
Last once in the casting couch.
Come on, dude.
I can't invite him. Can you invite him?
Yeah. Why not? Let me
Right.
see if I know how to use Discord.
But don't be talking mad shit now.
Oh, we won't. Oh, last surprise. Are you saying that's the last surprise? I was like, okay, hold on. Wait, how do I I don't know how to invite people.
Let's just move down.
All right.
So we actually cannot move.
Oh
Here we are,
man,
dude.
can't move me.
What's up?
Oh,
You're on stream
yes.
right now, bro.
Oh
Congratulations.
god. Oh,
Okay,
I
so
popped off so hard.
did you really?
Yeah.
Man, you did really good. You shut down those DTs quickly. That Widow Mine, I was so excited to see that Widow Mine behind the reactor get stuff done. And it
Oh
did.
god.
was
Oh.
So
You
how
did
do
it,
you
man.
feel?
You should be
My
very
fingers
proud
were
of yourself.
literally shaking, dude, like before the match.
Nice.
Oh, and then everything just worked out exactly because of it. Oh.
Man. Well, we get to go to the semifinals thanks to the work of everyone here getting a kill. Last surprise bringing
Good
home his
shit,
ace.
everyone.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it!
Congratulations, last. Beating Lunith, definitely something to be proud of.
Oh god, dude.
And honestly, I really like our chances because Lunith, I don't know, Lunith has kind of legendary status in my mind. I feel like we can cruise through the rest of the playoffs. We should be able to.
Yeah, dude, our lineup's pretty sick, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
The Widowmine shots with the Dorito cannon, as Snap says, was so on point.
Oh my goodness. I'm still like in disbelief. I was playing so shit like 2 days ago, and I was like, I don't know about this game, man. I don't know, putting the anchor instead of Ravage, and I'm like, oh shit.
Well, you brought it home, boy. Thank you.
PogChamp. Alright. That's all. I just wanted to vent about how, like, I don't know what to say, dude.
We're really proud of you. Fantastic, man.
Alright, I
You
appreciate
did
it.
so good.
Alright, Alpha X for life. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Awesome.
We got this,
Thanks
dude.
again, last.
PogChamp. Alright, see you around, boss.
Okay,
Nice.
first I gotta get it out of the way before it seems like we're poor winners. Thank you, dLife, for playing. Really appreciate you guys. Again, showing up and just being good sports as always and making it a fun match for everyone. So well played as well. Hope you guys have a better luck next season.
Yeah. We'll look forward to playing you again. Thank you.
All right, guys, that's going to be it for me and Snap. Again, kudos, we won, and that is 100% your guys' fault for winning. You guys showed up, you practiced hard, you prepared, and I'm really proud of you guys. So, congratulations, we did it. Last surprise.
Semifinals, here we come.
Definitely treat him nice. He's got hero status for at least a month.
You all got hero status.
Yes, exactly. I feel like Snap, you're my PR filter. Make sure I don't say something dumb.
You say I'm the PR filter, but I'm pretty sure I'm the one that swears every game.
It's true. That's fine. All right, guys. It was a fantastic evening casting, and I'm really glad we got to live that moment out. Beating dLife, it means a lot to me and means a lot to the clan as well. It was a great victory for us. All right, we'll see you guys next week in the semifinals. It's going to be awesome.
Goodbye, friends.
All right, take it easy, guys, and enjoy your week.
Nuclear missile ready.